Hi friends, and thanks for joining me for a full focus flow yoga class today. This is a great all levels practice to stretch and strengthen the whole body. All you need is your mat and a good attitude. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will see you there. So go ahead and lay down on your back to start this practice. As you come down onto your back, take your feet hip width distance apart and go ahead and stretch your arms right up overhead. And interlace your fingers and flip the palms away from the tops of the thighs and lift up your hips and pelvis as you inhale to breathe the chest toward the chin, and then start to melt down from the upper back as you exhale, and start to press the palms up toward the sky as you roll through the middle back. And then as the lower back rests and the lower back sacrum broadens into the mat, rest your hands on your belly. Take your feet mat width distance apart and knock your knees in to touch. And then start to roll your head slowly from side to side, unwinding any tension in your neck and your shoulders. And then gradually bringing your nose back into alignment with the navel. Take a slow body scan and check in with how you feel today in this moment in time. Tune into the flow of the breath in and out of your nose, and the rising and falling of the belly as you breathe. And give yourself full permission to be here and present in this practice today, trusting you can back off if you need to, and inviting compassion for wherever you're at in this practice. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart center, thumbs connecting to the center of the chest, pressing the heels of the hands together, energizing the arms slightly. Set your intention for this practice. What do you want to cultivate here? Let that intention help guide and inspire the effort that you put in today. And we'll take the arms into a nice cactus and start to windshield wiper the knees from side to side, bringing out, massaging your lower back. And then hug your knees in toward your body for a gentle squeeze. Then cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh and thread the needle coming into figure 4 pose. The right foot is flexed. Your hands can be interlaced either in that left knee crease or the front of the shin. And press that right inner knee away. So you feel the head of the right thigh bone wrap into the hip socket. We're going to flex both feet and take a couple moments to breathe and let your mind linger on the area of the most sensation that you notice. Then hug the legs a little closer in, lightly uncross, and we'll do the other side, crossing that left ankle on top of the right thigh, and then thread the needle, interlacing hands in the left knee crease or on the front of the shin for figure 4. Feeling free to rock a little bit side to side, gently tractioning your left lower back toward the ground. So the knees are pressing away from your face. And there's a sense of broad openness in the collarbones. Nice soft eyebrows and jaw. And we'll hug the legs in, uncross, full happy baby, elbows on insides of knees. Let's reach our hands to the inside of the heels for this variation, plugging the heels down toward the knee socket, trying to traction the knees down toward the outer ribs. Like the knees are going to eventually come toward the floor over time, but they probably won't today. And just from the happy baby, just kind of wag your tail side to side. And then coming back to center, cross either ankle on top, and we'll take a gentle rock all the way up to sit. We're going to roll onto the knees and find yourself on all fours. So we're going to inhale, drop the belly down, look forward or up, and then we're going to exhale, scoop the belly and round, and go through that a couple times. When you inhale, you can let the tops of feet rest, inner thighs spiral up and back. And then exhale, tuck the toes and lift the knees and come on up into downward dog. Finding that downward facing dog with a length through your lower back spine all the way toward the sky. Let the head shake out. Breathing. When you exhale, feel the belly hug in toward the spine. Then lift the heels high, come onto your very tiptoes and start to tiptoe forward all the way between the fingertips. Feet are hip width distance. As you inhale, lift up halfway and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down through the central channel. Now reach your fingertips down toward the outside edges of the feet. Start to slide your right fingertips toward the outer heel and stretch your left arm up and over for a side bend. Look at your right foot. Inhale, left side. Exhale, melt that left arm down. Reach your right arm up and over, reaching your right fingertips away from that outer right heel. Looking at your left foot. Inhale, exhale. Come on back to center. Hands on hips. Point your elbows back. Lift your chest. And then start to melt down. Belly toward the thighs. And hands come down to the floor or to blocks. Step your left foot back into runner's lunge. Right knee is over the heel. We're going to touch the left knee down. Take the top of your left foot flat. Then sweep your arms up into crescent lunge. Palms face each other as we inhale, arch through the upper back. And then exhale, belly in, hands frame that front foot. Now tuck your left toes, lift your left thigh, spin your left heel down and come up to warrior two. In warrior two, we're going to have heel to heel alignment. Wrap the right knee open toward the toes. And then look at your left hand, turn your palms up and straighten your right leg all the way. Inhale, exhale, bend the right knee deeply, back to warrior two. Now turn your right palm up and reverse the warrior. Left hand to left thigh, right arm sweeps up and over. Inhale, exhale, slow cartwheel. Release your hands to frame that front foot. Swing the left heel over the toes and step to plank. Modify to your knees. Hug your elbows in, come all the way down onto your belly. Take your feet flat. Cobra pose on the inhale. And exhale, press back. Downward dog. However you get there. We'll pedal out the feet. Lift the lower back up. And feel that lift from the center arches of the feet. Right up to your inner ankles. Right up to your inner knees. And up into the pelvic floor. When you're ready, lift your heels high, come onto tiptoes, and tiptoe forward all the way between the thumbs. Inhale, root through the feet, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, press the hands through heart center. Take your arms alongside the body. Bring your hands onto imaginary back pockets. Slide your elbows back and find that back bend on the inhale. Exhale, belly in, slowly fold. Hands come down to all the way to the floor on the outside edges of your feet as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take a big step back with your right foot. Touch your right knee down. Take the top of your right foot flat. Sweep your arms overhead into crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. So you root through that left foot. Wrap your lower ribs in toward the belly button. Find that upper back bend on the inhale, looking up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right thigh, and then spin that right heel down, preparing for warrior two. When both feet feel equal, cartwheel the arms up. Left toes, left knee pointing straight ahead. Drop the pelvis down. Gazing over the left fingertips, warrior two. And look at your right hand, rotate your palms up so you feel the shoulder blades glide down the back. Root through that right foot on the inhale, lift your palms. Exhale, warrior two. Turn your left palm up, reverse your warrior, right hand to right thigh. Left arm sweeps up and over. Inhale, gazing up at the sky. Exhale, gentle cartwheel. Release your hands to frame that front foot. Swing your right heel over the toes and step to plank. Bring your knees down, come into child's pose, hips to heels. And send the hips all the way back. And rest your chest down. And exhale all the way out through the tail. And slowly come up into a tabletop. Start to walk your knees forward right between the thumbs. Cross your ankles behind and gently sit behind your heels. Uncross, bring your feet on the ground. With your feet on the ground, hip width distance, walk your heels closer toward your sitting bones, then open your knees, bringing your soles of feet together in prayer feet. Taking the tented fingers back behind us with the palms facing your lower back, we're going to lift up and let the knees open, letting that tailbone hang down. Look up and then nestle the sitting bones down. Now from here, point that left knee up toward the sky and turn and take your left arm on the inside of the knee, left first finger and thumb touch, and gaze over the right shoulder blade. Lift up really tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, resist that left arm into the knee and the knee into the arm. And then exhale, we're going to unwind with the fingertips behind. Take the soles of feet back together, lift up, look up, and then step your right foot on the ground. The right knee is pointing straight up. The right arm slips to the inside of the inner knee. Right first finger and thumb touch, Gyan Mudra. And use your right arm to help turn the torso and let that outer left thigh lay from the outer hip to the knee, lifting up tall through the crown and breathing. It's Gyan Mudra, that connection of right first finger and thumb, promoting focus and center. One more inhale, filling the belly. Exhale, hug the belly in and come back around. Come back around. Soles of feet together, knees splay open. And then take your hands forward. Interlace your hands in front of your toes. And then lift up through your chest. Inhale. Exhale, hug your knees in. Feet on the ground. Wrap your arms in front of your shins. Hang your belly back toward the spine. And then go ahead and roll all the way down onto your back. And find yourself on your back, hugging the knees in toward your chest, giving a squeeze. And let the knees go over to the right, gentle twist. Both knees naturally going to the right. Open your arms out to this nice organic T, soft elbows. And if your neck feels okay, you turn your gaze to the left. You're moving that left sitting bone away from your chin. Breathing deeply. Inhaling. And exhaling. Anything you want to let go of. Releasing away. And then gently draw the knees back in. Tap your feet on the ground for a moment to recenter your pelvis in alignment with the base of the skull. Then draw your knees in and slide your knees over to the left for that twist. Let them go. Knees, ankles rest. Right sitting bone draws away from the chin and peek to your right. Feeling that right shoulder blade wrap underneath your heart. That right shoulder blade drawing underneath the back ribs as you stay and rest here. Inhale. Exhale, hug the belly in and draw the knees back into center. We're going to recenter the pelvis and then bring both knees in. Give a squeeze and extend your feet up toward the ceiling and take some circles with the toes. One direction and then the other. And slowly using your belly to draw toward the spine, keep that lower back somewhat connected to the floor. Start to slowly lower both feet down onto the ground. Give them a nice press. And then extend your legs out and find your Savasana for today. Feel free to cover up with clothing, socks, blankets, anything to get comfortable for your Savasana. Taking this time to let the floor cradle you and let all your joints unwind. So there's a sense of light and freedom flowing through the joints. When we tune into the contents of the mind, what do you notice in the thoughts? What are the predominant thoughts? Let them be and let them flow by without attaching on. But there's an underlying current within of compassion for whatever you observe. All of the aspects of self are held in this compassionate awareness. What are the aspects of self that we want to honor and focus on? And what are the aspects that we can let fall away that no longer serve us? And remembering your intention for practice today and inviting gratitude for anything at all that you have to celebrate in this moment, anything that can uplift your spirit. Invite that in. And let that flow through your heart and all the way into your fingers and toes. You start to wiggle gently. And then reach your arms overhead for a nice reset stretch. Finding that reset button and gently hug the knees in. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. Take your time to roll to either side and press on up to sit. Go ahead and find yourself again in an upright seat, sitting tall, resting the hands in your lap, dropping your chin toward your chest, thanking yourself for showing up on your mat today. And I am wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on this journey. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Great job getting on your mat, and I hope to see you soon. Please drop me a comment. Let me know if you liked this practice. You can hit the super thanks button and support my channel. I would love that. Or subscribing. All of these things are great and appreciated. So I'll see you next time. And until then, take care.